Okay, let's have problem solving involving inverse function. So let f of x is equal to x over 200, where f of x is the number of gallons of paint and x is the area to be painted in square meter. Okay, what are we going to find is first a formula for the inverse of the given function, or f raised to negative 1 of x. Then letter B, interpret and evaluate f of 100 and f raised to negative 1 of 100 for the house painting function. Okay, first let's analyze the given problem. As you can see, f of x is the number of gallons. Therefore, our output is the number of gallons. Okay? Then x is the area. It means that the input is the area to be painted in square meter. Okay, so let's have x, or input, is the area to be painted. Then f of x, or the output, is the number of gallons of paint. Okay, number of gallons of paint. Now, let's solve the problem. Letter A, let's find the formula for the inverse of the given function. So the given function, or original function, is f of x is equal to x over 200. Okay, to find its inverse, first step is, this is for letter A, first step is you have to let f of x be equal to y. So change f of x to y. Therefore, we have y is equal to x over 200. Okay, next, step number 2, we have to interchange the roles of x and y. So this y will become x, and x on the denominator, on the numerator, is equal to, or will be, y over 200. Then let us solve for y. To solve for y, we have to isolate y on the right side. Therefore, we can cross multiply this. Okay, x over 1. So x times 200 is 200x. Okay, that is equal to y. Therefore, this will be our inverse function. So our inverse function is f raised to negative 1 of x, or the inverse function of x, is equal to 200x. Okay, ito na po yung ating inverse of the original function. Okay, for letter B, so we have to find and interpret f of 100. Here, we're going to use the original function since it is f of 100. Okay, f, the original function. Therefore, we have f of x is equal to x over 200. Okay, then what is x? As you can see, our input is 100. Therefore, our x is 100. So we will be using 100. Okay, x is equal to 100 over 200. That is, the common factor is 100. So 100 divide 100, that is 1. 200 divide 100, that is 2. Therefore, our result, or output, is 1/2. It means that to interpret this, given x, our input 100, what is our input? Area to be painted. Okay, if the area is 100 square meters, or in 100 square meters, we will be using, or we need 1/2 gallons of paint. Okay, since our output is the number of gallons of paint. Again, in 100 meters, or meter squared, we need 1/2 gallons of paint. Okay, Next, how about the other one, which is f raised to negative 1 of 100? As you can see, we have f raised to negative 1. It means we need to use the inverse of the original function. So what is that? We have f raised to negative 1 of x is equal to 200x. So we will be using 200x. Okay, so here our input is 100. Therefore, we will be having 200 times 100, and that is equal to 20,000. Okay. Okay, so this will be our output. As you can see, since it is the inverse of the original function, we have to interchange the input and output. Here, our input is the area to be painted, okay? And our output is the number of gallons of paint. So in this case, since we use the inverse function, okay, it means that this 100, that is our input. So we will be change this to the output on the original function, which is the number of gallons of paint. Therefore, if we use 100 gallons of paint, the area to be painted is 20,000 square meters. Okay, since this 20,000 is the output, here that is the input. Okay, the area to be painted. Again, for letter B, f raised to negative 1 of 100, if we use 100 gallons of paint, the area to be painted is 20,000 square meters.